Hello, welcome to Sidetracked Talk Show. Tonight's guest, Kris Tiplady. Welcome to the show, Kris.
How's it going, Ross?
Great, man. It's great having you on the show. I'd love to... Let's get on with this interview. It's awesome having you here, man.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
So how have you been?
Well, I've been doing all right. You know, life's got its ups and downs, but, you know, I've got a new job, and it's not as bad as my old job, so I can't complain there.
Where are you working at these days?
I work at Krabby Joe's, washing dishes. But, you know, it's a pretty good job because it pays weekly, and I get free food, and, like, it's out on a pier. So, you know, I mean, Daytona Beach, I work on a pier, you know, so a lot of people will probably be like, oh, hey, Daytona Beach.
Living the beach life, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
In Florida, I presume?
Yep, Daytona Beach. Like, I live literally 2 blocks from the beach.
Sweet. Sounds like a nice digs.
Yeah, I like Daytona.
Let's. I want to talk about your projects. I know you want to plug some of those.
Yeah. Well, for a long time, you know, I wrote music, and you know, I just wanted to experiment and mix tons of stuff together. But recently, it has become more divided. You know, I've just taken all my ideas and make them more focused in different projects. So I've got Fine Red Mist, which is a depressive black metal project. I've got an album out on 2 different labels, small releases, but still, you know, better than nothing. I've got 2 different electronica projects that are industrial based. One's Model Number 666. It's a bit harsher material, you know, more abrasive percussion and stuff. Then I've got an untitled EBM project. I just haven't thought of a clever name for it yet. I always try to make sure my names are clever. I've got a gothic rock project, which is what I've been really focusing most of my efforts into lately, called Happy Misanthropy. I also have a dark ambient, like experimental drone psychedelic type project with my friend Mark Adams, Sleep Dealer. And I've got a couple other little side things, like I've got one where I write cinematic video game type music. But yeah, I'm trying to get most of my attention focused on Happy Misanthropy right now, because that's just what my artistic focus is. It's just like what I feel. You know, when you're an artist, you feel, and that you got to be feeling the music you're writing. If you're not, it just doesn't turn out as good as if you are. I
feel you, man. That's definitely some wisdom right there.
Well, thanks.
We'll talk about some of your music more here in a minute, but I also wanted to throw out there that I want to give you the opportunity right now to do what you were denied to do years and years back. I remember in school that we had a writing assignment, and the teacher asked everybody, you know, what are you going to write about? And when she asked you, you said, I'm going to, you either said ramble or rant. You said, I'm going to ramble on about how the theories of how moons form.
Yeah.
And she said, you're not going to ramble. And she shut you down. I want to give you the opportunity now to throw it in her face and
what my theory of the moon is.
Oh,
my theory of the moon. Well, you see, during that time, my theory of the moon was that it was a captured asteroid, you know. But I later found out that that's not what it really is. Like, that's what the moons of Mars are, apparently, or captured asteroids. But the actual supposed, you know, currently to scientific understanding theory of the moon is that originally there was Earth, and then there was this other slightly smaller planet back when the solar system was first formed. And they crashed into each other, and the debris that got flown out from that eventually collected and became the moon. And those two, so Earth is actually technically 2 different planets that fuse together, and the moon is the debris from that.
Doesn't sound crazy to me. I don't know what she was thinking.
I love outer space and just, like, you know, learning about it. It's very interesting.
The universe.
Yeah.
Ever expanding. Full of information.
Some that we possibly can't even fathom.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
I am an inferior human.
So, let's talk about your band focus right now again. So, do you have any track titles?
Yeah. I've got 5 tracks so far that I've written for Happy Misanthropy. 3 of which were written before I lost all of the master tracks for all the music I'd written. So, their editing's a little rough on them, so I'm going to probably rewrite those, and just to make sure everything's perfect, because I don't want to release anything that has flaw. And then I got a couple of tracks that I've written since I've gotten music software back, after I lost all of it. And one of them I haven't recorded vocals for yet, the other one I have, and both of which I need to run the guitar and bass parts through actual sampled guitar and bass so that it sounds, you know, not like synth. But you know, other than that, I think they're pretty good. You know, I just gotta, you know, put a little more time into refining them. And I'm hoping to get, you know, at least 10 tracks together before I release an actual full length, because it would be the first full length I would release. My metal album was only 4 tracks. I mean, they're like, most of them are like 9 minutes each, but still it's only 4. But yeah, that's my main focus is Happy Misanthropy right now. But, you know, all my other projects aren't like dead or anything. It's just that you can only focus on one thing at a time.
Cool, man. Happy Misanthropy.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about school. Some old stories from some school times.
Oh, I was a crazy one in school. Well, you know, I was the kid you didn't want to like people just were like, oh, he's a pushover. But, you know, people eventually learned that that wasn't the case. Like, I was really, really into Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was in high school, and to be honest, I still am. I play it online all the time, and I get pissed. I was looking at my deck one time in class, and this teacher I had, and I can't remember what her name was, but everybody hated her. And so she was trying to take my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards away from me. So I stand up, I'm like, fuck you, bitch, you're not taking my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And I knock the books off her shelf, and I storm out. And I didn't even really get any trouble. The principal just made me apologize for it. And, but yeah. And then there was this one time that kids kept throwing stuff at me. This one kid kept throwing stuff at me. You know, kids were always douches, but, you know, I would punch a locker trying to let people know what I was, you know, I'm trying not to punch somebody, but, you know. After the 20th little paper wadded up thingy, I don't know what they're called, birdies or stingers or what the fuck ever, it's fling at the back of you. You get a little irritated. And so, I told him if he would do it again, I would punch him in the face. And he did, so that's what I did. And no one messed with me after that.
There you go.
Yeah.
And they couldn't send you home. They just make you apologize every time, because like if we sent this guy home for every time that somebody fucked with him.
Oh, they feared my mom because she would raise hell.
Yeah.
But like the reality is apparently that kid was a known troublemaker. So the principal was actually on my side in that scenario. He was like, "Oh, well, it sounds like, you know, like he was trying to get him in trouble." Like, so yeah. But that was funny, you know. But that's the moral of the story is even the most timid kid will snap if you frickin' fuck with him too much, because it's just how shit is.
That's exactly right, man. Well, the show is you know, only but so long, and but it was awesome having you on the show, man.
Awesome being on the show.
Yeah. Happy Misanthropy. Sorry about that.
Happy Misanthropy.
Happy Misanthropy,
yeah,
folks. Check them out. Kris
I'll have
Tiplady.
songs on my Facebook page soon. I've got one like, come and be this number 2.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Ross. Good being on.
Check out Sidetracked, youtube.com/the show season 1. THESHOW SEASON, and then put youtube.com/ in front of that. Subscribe, please. Like, talk about the video, share the video, comment below. Did you like this episode? Comment.
I want comments.
Listen.